right, let's go. We got a Monday. Ooh, this is freaking bright, bro. Let's put this down. All right, cool. Let's go again. You ready? Live, baby. Gee. All right, we got our Aloha Monday sesh with Wild Journey Within, aka Josh, aka Positive High Coach, aka Solid Braddah, living on Oahu, cruising. But promo stuff real quick. We got bottles. We got some bottles left. We got the special. Gee, what's up? Bottles left. We got a $2 off special for the bottles. But once they sell out of the bottles, it's all good because we do have cups. So I'm not gonna reorder any bottles or labels and anything. But if you guys still want kava, even when we sell out, I will do the $2 off still for the cups. We got jars too. But yeah, got OG traditional. Got the mango. Calamansi and mango and guava. Yeah. So hit us up. Oh, and shout out to Koa Kava, always supplying the best kava in the whole wide world. If you need kava, go to the link. 15% off. Use Stay Rooted. Or if you go to the link in the bio, it's straight up 50% off. It's gonna just automatically get the discount. But yeah, promo stuff is out the way. Perfect. We just join, talk story. As always, when you joining, shout out where you tuning in from, where you stay, where you from, and all the good stuff, dude. Let's go ahead and request Braddah Man on real quick. Been slamming events and networking and connecting. Oh, there he is. Let me get my camera up real quick. But yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Got you, dude. But yeah, dude. Solid weekend for me. I was over in Rancho on Friday, Saturday here in Elk Grove, and then yesterday went to Stockton real quick, and then my basketball game on nighttime in Sacramento. But yeah, traveling, dude. But thanks, dude. Jumping on. Super stoked to have my brother Josh here on with us for a second time. But today we're gonna talk about kava, your journey, and just basically what you're looking forward to as far as being a newly anointed positive high coach. But yeah, as far as everyone joining in, he kind of wants you to introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and basically how you're spreading your positive high and
Okay.
staying rooted with the world.
So for the ones that hasn't seen me jump on here before, my name's Josh. Currently living on Oahu. Originally from the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Kind of been bouncing around between like the New Orleans to Panama City area. I've kind of bounced around a lot of places on mainland. So I've done an extent in northern Michigan as well. So let's see. As far as my health, or I guess the journey so far, man, is I guess life, just kind of do a lot of experience and stuff, and you go through these hard times and whatnot, or you just kind of like explore, and then you learn some things, and then you kind of find yourself in a better place that you want to share that with and kind of help other people out. So I guess that's more or less where I'm at right now. I guess I'm taking this new page that I've kind of created to kind of like condense some of that knowledge and experience down and try to spread it out and help other people that are kind of at the beginning of their journey, maybe they're midway through their journey or something, but are just kind of give a little bit of information to wherever you are on your path to kind of like help you move forward.
Nice.
So I think that's what kind of pushed me to this space. I guess I've always been kind of pushed toward it. I've just been avoiding it.
No. Oh shoot, yeah, no, that's good, dude. Hell yeah, yeah. We actually talked about it. Like you've had thoughts of doing this, but like you didn't really
Yeah.
like pull the trigger, right? But no, yeah. As far as when you say as far as like your new Instagram page and stuff that we're on right now, as far as like journey and stuff, is it like physical, mental, spiritual, or like all of it? You know what I'm saying? Like
I think it's all
what kind of
encompassing.
journey?
So, uh, yeah, I think it kind of encompasses everything. I think you have to you're going to have to grow in each area to kind of like build that balance. And I think each one that complements the other. So, yeah, I do dive into like a spiritual essence and a lot of the mental, because I think that was like my biggest uh, development, I guess you would say, in the past like 5-6 years, is just like focusing on my mental health and, of course, my spiritual health. And then with that, just learning that I needed to work on the physical part too, because like when I'm feeling good and feeling great and I got that energy and stuff, it makes learning and it makes going out a whole lot better, man. So it kind of like, yeah, they all, like I said, they all kind of encompass, complement each other.
Oh hell yeah, yep, yep. It's kind of like you're feeling your positive high. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's cool as far as because we always talk every week and stuff now. But I remember you telling me like, oh yeah, you've had the itch to like or even people telling you like you should do
Yeah,
coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, has that been recently or has it been pretty much like a while? Like people have been kind of telling
man,
you like on and
it's
off.
something that's been kind of like told to me my whole life, even like since high school. It's like I've always been that guy you like go to and you kind of talk things out with. I've always been a good listener. So I think more so as things progressed, I just kind of like avoided it. I didn't feel like that was me. So when people started putting me in like leadership roles or any kind of like mentorship roles, I was just like, yeah, I'm not that guy, man. I still got a lot of stuff to figure out
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I kept kind of like, I'd kind of dip my toe in the water a little bit, and I just like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I don't think I'm ready for this.
No, shoot,
So,
yeah.
so I guess now at the point in my life, I'm like, all right, you know what? I keep getting pushed in this phase. It's like I'm already helping people unofficially. I might as well just go ahead and make it official. So,
Yep, yep, yep,
yeah,
yep. No, yeah, that's the cool part too is like we all have freaking superpowers and shit. You know what I mean? Like as far as like also like just gifts. You know what I
yeah,
mean? As far as it being in your DNA.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like for me naturally, like I like connecting and like talking stories with people. So it's like
yeah.
I can connect and talk story like pretty easy, dude. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like no matter like who you are or where we're at, I can like talk about anything. And I think that's the ADHD power of me like just getting into like a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I want
yeah,
to learn this, and then I learn a little bit. It's like, oh crap, this seems pretty cool, and then I learn about this. So I kind of just I
yeah. I think
know I know a lot about a lot of things, but not like fully. The only fully thing I know now is kava, basketball, and fitness.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And also behavior change.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, especially like the behavior change and all this other stuff. Because I would always read about that stuff, like how we think, why we think. You know what I'm saying? And like yeah, just like kind of also now diving into like the coaching part, like internal like inspiration and motivation. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
how can I help this person do what they want to do and do what they say they do without me babying them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or like, holding your hand. So like yeah, like legit like creating the environment. It's like, hey dude, it's like I would love to be your coach forever if you can afford it, but it's like I want you to like learn how to fish
oh yeah.
instead of me bringing you the fish. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that makes perfect sense, man. It's like learning the psychology of how everybody kind of works. So I mean, yeah, like I guess psychology has been kind of like a hobby, I guess you would say. I read a lot about, from different authors and stuff. I kind of dive deep into like Carl Jung here lately, and just a lot of things. Like I guess more or less it was for me, like figuring out how
Yep.
I tick, kind of work out those little inner demons and work on my inner child and stuff like that. So, I mean, it goes deep, but a lot of people are afraid to kind of go inside. It's easier to just kind of like look at things on the surface. But if you want to change your life, you're going to have to look inside. You're going to have to fix what's inside to like make that external come to,
Yep.
where you want to be.
Yep,
So,
yep. That's why it's perfect for your coaching Instagram and also your coaching business, Wild Journey Within. You know what I'm saying? Because
oh yeah,
it's wild, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like once you freaking like start like working on yourself, yeah. Because even for me, I'm trying to find, I think the book's upstairs, but that one book, one of my roommates from college, and then we freaking were living together for a minute. But yeah, he went on like a backpacking trip in Southeast Asia for
yeah,
like shit. He's supposed to be like a month, but he ended up staying there for like 6 months. But he gave me a bunch of books, and then one of the books was The Power of the Subconscious Mind
yeah,
by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Yeah, so like that one kind of like turned me on to like actually consciously fucking like being aware of my thoughts and like why I do the things I do.
oh
Because yeah,
yeah,
in my 20s, I just fucking just drank and partied,
very
basically.
much so.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, living just and an unconscious lifestyle. I guess I would just do it just because I just
Yeah,
fucking want to party,
yeah,
which is cool.
yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I'm
it's like
saying?
that's kind of like how we were like conditioned, I guess, as younger folks, man.
Yep.
It was like just kind of tap out, party, not really work on ourselves or looking within. It's just like, you know, pretty much anything to distract us from what's really going on in our life.
Yep.
So,
Yep. 100%, dude. Yeah.
but
Distract
kind
and escape. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the freaking escapism is real, dude.
that was
But
very. It's
yeah,
a
yeah,
trap.
yeah. But yeah, dude, as far as your you jumping on with self development, positive psychology, and all this other stuff. Like, were you always into it since like teenager, high school, or you know what I'm saying, or did it just like start to kind of
I think.
tap in?
I mean, I've always wanted to be the guy like if anybody's having trouble, I wanted to always help somebody. I was always very, had a lot of empathy for other people.
Mm.
So I was always tapped into that little superpower, if you want to call it that, or that little, talent, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. The gift.
the gift. But yeah, and it's like as it progressed, and like I was raised like in the church when I was a kid, so I kind of like delved deep into that area, and then I think that's where like kind of where it started as far as people are like, hey, I think you need to think about this, and it's like everybody's like, yeah, I think you're going to be a preacher, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm definitely not going to be a preacher. I don't think I fit half the qualifications for that.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I was heavy into partying, so yeah, so I deviated there, but it gave me a lot of life experience making a lot of the bad decisions I did when I was younger to kind of help people maybe avoid that or help them find a path out of that into a better place. So I don't
Yeah.
regret deviating when I did from, I guess, wherever I was supposed to be or wind up, because it did give me a lot of life experience in making bad decisions and like how those decisions can like put you in a really dark
Yep.
place, but
Yep.
you
Yep.
can always come out of that dark place. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
finding the path out. So, but yeah, and I think when I got to college, I was still partying, but I think I ended up taking an elective in psychology, and that triggered a lot of things inside of me. I was just like, man, I really dig this. But I was pre-med at the time, and then I wound up swapping to engineering. But yeah, so and then there I am. I was just like, hey, I should probably do psychology, but in my mind, I'm like, that ain't gonna make me as much money as being an engineer or being a
Yeah, yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
So I was
Yep.
chasing money. So I was chasing the wrong thing instead of following what I really was interested in and what actually kind of like drove that spark or that energy inside of me to like dig in. So I was chasing the wrong thing then. So, but as I progressed through life and wherever I ended up, is just like always helping people. So
Yep.
always helping them talk through things, trying to help guide them a little bit, make some changes in their life. But I enjoyed that because I guess teaching others taught me and helped me like implement better decisions in my life too. So
Yep. 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 Yeah. It's always too. It's like with like coaching, there's always that imposter syndrome too. It's like, oh shit, like,
okay,
oh man, like I don't know anything as far as like coaching people or whatever. But it's like, hey, like the only way you learn is just to fucking do it.
yeah, just do it. But yeah, I
You
mean
know what I'm
that's
saying?
heavy. I think I talked to everybody I talked to about that. Whatever space they're kind of jumping into, they always bring up the imposter syndrome. So I mean, it's something everybody struggles with. But if you take a step back and look at it, 9 times out of 10, you're already doing the thing
Yep.
that you want to do. You're just not, you're not doing it in a business fashion. But so I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
I think it's that little ego inside of us that kind of trips us up a lot of times. It always tells us we're
Oh.
not good enough or something. So
Yeah, 100%, dude. Because and I also realized like, all the books. Freaking, I've took a bunch of like higher level like business courses, masterminds and stuff. Like I paid bucks, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I've come to realize like everyone is just like those that are doing the teaching the course, or the coach that are teachers teaching the mastermind or whatever, or even just like anyone in general who like succeeded in whatever they wanted to. It's like two things, well, three things. Like they freaking just did it, and then they freaking kept doing it, and they also just freaking surrounding themselves with like solid people.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Yes, people.
and I think that's a big thing for like whatever we're doing. Like when you find that, it's finding the right people and building that group around you that kind of makes you push yourself harder and gives you that wisdom too, that like things you wouldn't pick up normally. But it's like the community, you know, you're always pushing each other to better themselves. But also, like in our space, if you want to grow, you got to keep learning. So you got to keep pushing yourself. Like just because you're in a certain position, don't mean you can't go any further.
Yep.
Like so, every day is a learning
Oh,
experience.
yeah.
Every day is an opportunity to grow. So
Yep, yep. Especially like say like books, you know, like if you read a book once or twice, say like you read it like 5 years ago.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you've got it, but then go reread the book now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because
yeah.
that's what I've been doing. I've been actually rereading like, oh shit, I gotta show you. I think I showed you this book, but this one was freaking solid for my coaching in general. So Super Coach.
Oh, I'm actually listening to that on Audible right now.
Oh shit, this thing
Yeah.
is fucking dope, dude. Yeah, like this guy Michael Neal, like freaking. I read this like three. When did this come out? I bought it like right when it came out.
I think he just updated it.
Yeah, so it came out. Shit, I forget. Yeah, a few years ago. But yeah, I reread it on the trip to back home to Maui. Yes. But yeah, I was like, oh shoot, like just seeing new things. I was like, oh shit, I remember when I read it the first time, and then now I'm seeing it at like a different lens. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So because it's like 4 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Heck, I do that a lot with my just things that I've read. It's actually good because just like you said, you pick up things that you didn't catch before, or you might be in a different space now and to, you know, understand something a little more deeper than what you did when you first read it too. So that's like this book right here. I've been carrying it around with me everywhere I go because I've been like blasting through it, trying to like dig into it a little bit deeper. So
Yeah. Yeah. What which book was that again?
this is uh, the archetypes for masculine, mature masculine. It's King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. It's by Robert Moore. Dude's pretty solid. Like he digs deep into Carl Jung and all his philosophies and everything. But it's
Yeah.
pretty solid. Like so, if you're just a guy out there and you're trying to find like some direction to go and like what is it to be a real man? How's it to be a mature guy?
Yeah.
You know, how to like better myself is like how can I lead my family better? How to like discipline myself better, and it digs real deep into that. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's powerful too. As far as I was thinking about it too. Like as far as like the American culture, like there's no like set values of like okay, this is for example like all right, a masculine or masculine man. You,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People think like masculine man is like oh toxic masculinity. It's like oh no, it's like legit
all
like
right.
there's a spectrum because like for me with politics, you know what I'm saying, the far
Yeah,
left, far left saying freaking yes, there's all types of genders and people can be like there's like two spirits now whatever, you know what I'm saying. Then
yeah,
there's the far right saying like oh there's only man and woman.
yeah,
Like for me like biological there's man and woman, but your culture can have uh a wide range of sexuality, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like the Hawaiians have the Mahus, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. Some indigenous cultures, a lot of indigenous have the people who bounce between masculine and feminine, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. But then there's the fucking warriors, you know what I'm saying,
Oh
that
yeah,
fucking fight. And then there's the women who are caregivers, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. And then there's the healers or shamans and stuff like that. So it's like uh yeah, it's in my view, yeah, like as far as like myself, like how can it be like a solid father
yeah,
figure? You know what I'm saying? Like strong but still like understanding.
yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
and like kind of going back to where you're talking about like the toxic masculine and everything. I think there is a toxicity there. So and I think what it is like we kind of got away. You don't hear about like because back like let's just take a few 300 something years back. Probably not even that far. There was a lot more mentoring, like men mentoring younger men, even women mentoring younger women, not just like to fit your role, but to like how to like process yourself, how to like how to live your life in a better way. We don't do that anymore. Like that
Yep.
tribal instinct of like kind of like bring up the younger culture or bring up the younger people, in a good sense. Now I think we got to a point where we're letting the TV raise our kids,
Yeah,
or
dude.
we're letting other people raise our kids, but we're checking out because hey, we were raised that way too, so we don't know any better. It's not like our parents were bad parents, but they were trying to work. They were both working, so you're kind of left at home to figure yourself out too.
Yep.
So, but we also got a way of like those kind of that stepping those trials or those initiations into manhood and into
Yep.
womanhood and everything. So I think we've lost track of those. So I think that's what a lot of our problem is today in our culture. So,
No, yeah.
but I
That's
think there's a
shit.
I think
I
there's a
forget.
mature side and there's a toxic side to everything. So I think if people recognize more of the mature side of masculinity and what it's supposed to look like, it wouldn't be attacked as much as it is now.
Yep.
So
Exactly, dude. Especially like, cause yeah, there's no toxic masculinity or toxic, femininity. It's just like that's
yeah,
just toxic behavior. You know what I'm saying?
very
Yeah.
much so.
So it's like, especially but up a point with I heard it in a podcast or a book, I forget, but yeah, like the I guess the step into manhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or even just step into adulthood. You know what I'm saying? There's no like ritual anymore. There's no like line like saying like, all right, you're gonna go do XYZ. This is an extreme example, but like I watched 300 again like 3 weeks ago. Like they just like, all right, go fucking in the wild, go fucking get that
yeah,
wolf. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, all right, you fucking if you come back with the wolf head, you're fucking worthy of being a
yeah.
Spartan. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, and that's like a
obviously,
lot of cultures had that growing up. There was always like this trial of stepping into manhood, and so you were basically raised. You were being taught certain things of how to survive that and how to like hold your own if you go out into the wilderness. And so there was always that, and I think that's what kind of led, not to kind of deviate, but I think that's what led when you talk to people that have made like a extraordinary like breakthrough in their mental health or their spiritual or anything, it always has something to do about going out into the wilderness, testing yourself and everything in the wilderness. Because I've seen like anybody I've talked to that's done like a long backpacking trip or just like kind of immersed themselves in the back wilderness and stuff, and actually took time to think and like connect to their creator or however you want to put it, the universe. I mean, it changes you. So I think if we were able to implement that type of like initiation into like adulthood from child and then able to mentor our younger people into that, then I think we could see like a pretty good shift in like mental health, spirituality, physicality, taking care of yourself so you can take care of your community. So,
yeah. Then the powerful thing is like you as like the adult or parent, caregiver or mentor, like you gotta still continue and like grow yourself too. You know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? Because then there it's like okay, it's like there you gain like the confidence of like okay, I know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then there it's like yeah, then the younger generation can like kind of see that path and be like okay, I'm gonna be a mentor, to someone when I'm, X age. So I
yeah,
have to keep on this path also. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And then it just keeps fucking going, dude. You know what I
oh yeah,
mean? So it's that's where it comes with my our rooted parent movement. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stay rooted within whatever values and vision you have for yourself for now and the future. Stay rooted in that. Once you nourish yourself, then you can nourish your kids or your community. You, you know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah.
it's yeah.
And I think before, I had my two older kids from my previous marriage, and like I look back on that time, and I was young, and I failed miserably at a lot of things, but I tried my best to kind of bounce back, and I guess now that where I'm at now with my baby girl, and I guess they kind of like brought about a change in perspective and everything. I was like, look, I did okay here, but I kind of winged it.
Yeah.
I was like, but I was like, what can I do now to better myself to actually like make it easier on her that I don't pass any like traumatic experiences or leave anything in her head as she grows up that she has to work through when she gets a little bit older. But also kind of like bridge that gap between my older two and like maybe find ways to like apologize for the where I was at the time and where I am now and things I may have done to them to kind of like put, you know, leave them impressions where it kind of like stunted their growth. So
Yeah.
I think this past year has been a lot about that is like talking with them about that experience of like those years of coming up through high school, middle school, and everything, and just where I could have been better. And I'm going to kind of translate that to like baby girl and everything. So this year has brought like a big mind shift as far as like how I'm doing things and how I'm trying to better myself. But it's also like
Sick.
trying to like fix the problems of where I grew up and those little patterns and stuff that I picked up as growing up, and make sure I don't repeat those patterns and stuff for them. So
Yeah, yeah. Everything's about freaking pattern recognition, dude.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like behavior pattern, like yourself with your life, with your work, business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been telling Elijah with basketball. Like, basketball is freaking just pattern recognition, dude. It's like, say if you're playing defense, this person that you're guarding is probably going to have, you know, if they're good, they have two or three go-to moves.
yeah,
Like once you figure that shit out, it's like, okay, just shut them down and then you're solid. But then there, it's like, also when you're on offense, like figure out what they're doing on defense, and then kind of test, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, they're gonna do this, boom, boom, boom. So there, it's like life is legit. Life is a science experiment.
oh, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Experiment. It's freaking. We're just all right. Let me do this. Oh shit! Kind of fucked up on that one, dude. Let me keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How can I be better? How can I improve on the things that
yeah,
I fucking did shitty at?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then if you really, 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 really fucking wanted it, like just keep fucking going. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And you may deviate a little bit, but still stay in the same uh I guess like frequency. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because for me, like I still have clients with the positive high system, even when I transitioned to kava. You know what I'm saying? I still had the OGs, but everything was still within health, fitness, and wellness, even with kava. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, okay, how can kava help you nourish your health, fitness, and wellness? You know what I mean? So it's like still the same, like I said, frequency, but it's like just a different lane. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
You're
So
you're adding something special to it to kind of like bridge two parts together. But I mean, any little thing like the plant medicines out there to help us out. I mean, used properly, they're great. They help us grow a lot faster. So
yep, yep, yep. No, yeah, and then also like for like our kids, like yeah, you want to make it you don't want to have like traumatizing experiences, but you still want to have them overcome challenges.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to like coddle them and like baby them and stuff and like, oh, you know what? He's like, let me do it for you. It's like, no, dude. It's like, hey, go fucking do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You got
yeah,
to try. I think
yeah,
something I heard on that one was like you got to build your kids or prepare your kids for the rough road ahead, but don't try to build the road for them to walk on. So I think we gotten away from that. I think we try to something's not working out. We want them to win at
yeah,
everything. We're scared if they lose. We don't want them to feel that for some reason. But I think it's a healthy thing to learn. Like, hey, to process those emotions
yeah,
now as a kid. So when you're older, it's like you just meltdown. Like they don't know how to take
yeah,
it. Some people they just don't know how to process that.
yeah,
And so another thing we got to think about is like take it out of the perspective that this is failure. It's not failure. It's a learning experience. It's like, hey, how can I take this experience, learn from it, and use it to better myself when I face it again or face something similar to it again.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just growth. It's all growth, man. There's no failure. It's just growing. So
Oh yeah,
if you want to
it's
growing pains.
100%, dude. Yeah, that's why like with Elijah, like he likes basketball, but I think he gets kind of intimidated with like sometimes in the rec league, because there's
Yeah.
some kids who like they fucking love basketball. They're hoopers who like they
Yeah.
probably sleep with their basketball, wake up dribbling and stuff. But for him, like he just likes and he enjoys playing basketball. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So then, as far as like getting him to, so I'm kind of like teetering between still having him play to get better, but not forcing him to do any like drills or anything like that, because then it's like he's just gonna get turned off.
Yeah.
Because like for him, I always tell him like, hey, dude, do you like basketball? Like legit. Like he's like, yeah. It's like, do you like basketball? Because daddy likes it. He was like, oh no, like I like playing basketball. I like watching basketball. I was like, all right. It's like just remember, just keep doing it for the
Yeah.
joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also telling him, yeah, like you're not gonna win every single game.
Yeah.
Like, for example, this men's league, I mean, the 36 and over, the freaking first two games I played, first game we lost by like double digits. Second game we freaking got smoked again. And then I was all like, shit, dude, I think it's me. But I was all like, it is partly me because I was in my head too much. So then the next game, um, I just freaking started just to hoop. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of
Yeah.
played, got out of my head. We won, and then I've been slowly, gradually, just going out there and playing. So then there, I told Elijah, I was like, "Hey, we won by freaking double digits again. I think we won by like 17. We're up by like almost 30 the whole game."
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was all like, "Hey, do you remember my first two games when we got fucking cooked?" He was all like, "Yeah, you guys got deep fried." I'm all like, "What did I tell you?" He was all like, "It's just the first game's back."
Yeah.
Then I was like, "Yeah, like just I was like, yeah, just watch like third fourth game, Dad's gonna be back."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there, it's like, after that second game of getting freaking worked, part of me was like, "Fuck, dude, shit," discouraged, whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I was like, nah. It's like let me just hoop. Yeah,
Yeah.
so let me just play basketball, and then there I just started to play for the joy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because the first two games was mainly just okay. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta pass the ball this way. But then the past three games now, I've just been freaking just going.
Yeah.
So then and like it just feels better, and it feels and we've been freaking on a winning streak. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think just kind of step out of your head for a little bit and actually just like let yourself flow.
yeah,
So sometimes we'll get stuck in like, hey, I got to do all these little things to get to this point, and it's like we forget the joy of what we're doing it for. So
yeah, yeah.
I think
That's also. Oh shoot, what was that?
no, you're good, man.
Yeah. So that's also what I want to tell you too, because there's gonna be times when like say, um, well, it depends on your own perspective. Because for me, like the coaching was like my main source of income. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shoot, like it's gotta be this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, the light turned off. It's all right. Yeah. So it's got to be a straight line.
Yeah.
I gotta get X amount of clients month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna go like this.
Yeah.
But it's gonna fucking,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna go like this too, spiral down, spiral up. You know what I mean?
oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah, just as long as you just keep the path, it's gonna freaking go like this. It's gonna just keep going up, 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 up. So, and also like expanding,
Oh
if
yeah.
that makes sense. So, not only within your own coaching, but also like your own like development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh, very much so. I can definitely attest to that because you'll get on like a power drive and you're doing so well, and then something trips you up and you kind of fall back a little bit, and you catch yourself and you start trending back up again on your habits and everything. So it's kind of like a life lesson there.
yeah. Yep. And then it's always okay to like I guess regress back just as long as you don't stay there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
don't skip.
So, but yeah, dude. As far as your own coaching, dude. As far as the wild journey within. Oh, hello.
Nope, there you are.
My bad. Yeah, no, I was saying for your own your wild journey within. Like, what are you most looking forward to?
I think just stepping in this role and actually just helping people, man, help them find what direction they want to go in. But I mean, more importantly, I guess it's more like I want to help people get what they want. I want to help them find the thing that they're striving to get to. So if I can impart any kind of little life lesson or knowledge and stuff to kind of make that path a little bit easier for them, or kind of give them a breakthrough to kind of like succeed for themselves, because it's not about like me giving them a list. It's like trying to like help them instill habits themselves that keeps them disciplined to reach their goals. So, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've always been excited about it, or just helping other people out. So if I can get into a space to help more people out, then yeah, because it makes me feel more fulfilled as a person, because it gets us like rewarding. So, but I
Yeah,
like to celebrate people, especially when they make their wins and everything. So
No, yeah. My bad, dude. Freaking
Oh, you're good.
babies. Yeah. Okay. What do you want, bro? But no, yeah. It's yeah. As far as also like helping people, like is there like certain demographic that you want to help, or like parents, or military families, or is it pretty much just
I think it's a broad spectrum. I think I focused more in when I was thinking about this as far as military wise, because I think the military has built a stigma against like mental health growth, and like we see it as a problem with all the suicides that's in military right now. So I mean, I do key in toward military more so just because I've been around it, between growing up and now my wife's in the military. I'm living right outside of base, so I'm constantly rubbing elbows with the military. So, but I'm I'm kind of here to help anybody. It don't matter if you're just a single parent or you're just a dad that's trying to figure out which way to kind of like navigate out of a slump, or maybe you're a mom that just kind of needs some perspective. I mean, wherever you're at, even I would say young adult, man. Like
yeah.
let me help you find or develop some habits that's going to build and help you kind of from pitfalls as you go. Don't kind of learn the hard way like we did. So like,
Yeah,
if I can
right.
kind of help you, if I can bridge those pitfalls for you, let me give it a shot for you.
No, yeah. It's shout, shout out to a friend of mine, Genevieve. I had a call with her too, and then she was like, "Oh, dude, like what you do with the positive high system would be perfect for like early 20s, or like kids just getting out of college, because then the 20s is legit fucking self discovery phase." He was like, "Oh
Yeah,
fuck, what I'm gonna do, dude? Like like legit, like quote unquote, an adult. You know what I'm saying? In U.S. 18 plus standards and stuff, but it's like, oh shit. For me, it was like self comparison, negative self doubt and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like freaking that was pretty heavy for me. Like I think that was why I freaking drank and partied so much. Man, I was working radio, so but yeah, yeah. She was saying like yeah that just like having some sort of guidance, or like a GPS system.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
very much
someone
so.
who like, oh shit, hey dude, like I understand, but hey, like I've, you know, either tried to do what you're trying to do, or something similar.
Yeah,
So here's like what like for our coaching style is like, all right, what do you want to do? All right, how do you want to do it? You know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, what can you guarantee do, and what is something, or what is the one, or what do you want to make your baseline?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like for example, like drinking water. Like, oh, I want to drink no, I want to drink 32 ounces per day.
yeah,
It was like, okay, how many ounces are you drinking right now? I was like, oh, maybe like 6. It was like, okay, yeah. So it's like, all right, it's like, how do you feel drinking 32 ounces is for you?
yeah,
On a scale of, oh, on a scale of one on a scale of 1 to 5. One being easy, 5 being, or one being super hard, and 5 being get guaranteed. It was
yeah,
like, oh, like a 4. I was like, all right, let's cut it in half. What about 16 ounces?
yeah,
It was like, oh, that's a 5 guaranteed. I was like, all right, let's focus on getting 16 ounces per day, and then if you get the 32, that's like solid. You know
yeah,
what I mean? But let's focus on that 16,
yeah,
and then eventually start getting to that 32
yeah.
ounce, right? So,
Very much
but and
so.
then during that path, we're here to help you find ways to implement those things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And I think that's key, man. It's not like, because I think people overwhelm themselves with like, hey, I got to do all these things to this standard, or I'm failing at this. And so
yep,
I think like I tell a lot of people is just like, hey, pick one thing to change. Pick one to, if it's to drink more water, just focus on drinking more water. And then it's like, all right, what's the next thing you want to add to your habits? Is it like you're working out? Okay, well let's pick that. Start working on that. And once, because after a certain time, it just becomes like it's a thing. Like you're doing it. You don't even have to think about it anymore. So, and I think that's the biggest thing about the positive high mindset. Is like we're helping build habits. It's not, we're not giving you a checklist. We're building a habit that's going to be you're not even thinking about it anymore. It's just it's part of your life. It's part of who you
Yep.
are. So
Yep. Yeah, because then yeah, it's I've been working on this thing since like 2015, dude. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Oh,
So then you've also had experience with the beta group and stuff, and then
yeah.
now with the community. But yeah, as far as that beta group, dude, we did the four of us, and then well five of us. Um, how was that experience for you, dude?
Oh, it was a very positive experience. I think it encompasses everything that you need to grow in a healthy way. Definitely having the community behind you because, like, when you're just there by yourself and you don't have anything to bounce off of, it's easy to slip into your old habits. So if you got a group of people that's keeping you accountable and you see other people, reaching their goals, it drives you. It drives you to want to reach your goals. Just the taking a step back and like focusing on your, setting your goals for the day, like that reflection of like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. How am I going to do it today? Setting, making sure you set some time apart for yourself. You know, I think planning is a big role for keeping that discipline because like if you're winging it every day, you're gonna deviate. So like planning your meals, whatever you can do the day before to make tomorrow easier is a huge part too. But I also like the implementing kava into the group, like for restoration or just like yeah, I got you, brother.
Hey, let's go.
But whew, I made that one
Hey,
strong.
let's go.
I might be taking a nap later.
Yes, Mr.
But
the cowboy. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the Fijian.
Hey, let's go. But yeah, and then yeah, kind of tapping into the kava aspect. Like, how'd you like how we integrated the healthy habits, community, and the kava?
I think it was great. I think once you like learn what kava does for you, the benefits of kava, I mean, it's perfect. Like I think before I did the group with you, like I was kind of on the outskirts of kava. I didn't know too much about it, but it's like things we talked about. Um, but just using it as post workout to help your body relax, for you can recover faster. Or using it during the day where like you got all that going on inside your head, the stress and everything, and be able to drink some kava, kind kind of chill out a little bit and actually get better sleep at night, which is huge for recovery. So I enjoy it. And I just the fact that we can sit around, drink kava, and talk story, it kind of loosens me up. I think it loosens everybody up to kind of like talk about the things that they need to be talking about. So I think kava is huge in the positive high mindset because it's a it's a positive tool. It's like to use in every aspect of all the steps and principles that we use in the positive high mindset.
Nice, dude. No, that's solid. Yeah, hell yeah. And then as far as the kava, helping you. I know you mentioned with your fitness, like how's it helped with your parenting or even managing the stresses of being a parent?
Oh, it's huge. Like it's the like people that check out with like alcohol or try to use that to kind of like de-stress or like trying to numb themselves a little bit. I can I have my cognitive ability to like stay present because alcohol is taking you out, man.
Yeah.
You ain't parenting great if you drinking alcohol and stuff. So, but with kava, I can take I can drink a couple of shells, kind of get that like relaxation, a little bit of peace of mind. I get more patience because I mean I'm not gonna like everybody that's parented, they know that like they want to give their kid the best, but they're trying to figure things out, and you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
I need a breath.
Uh,
But it's like
I always say like if you don't want a 300 drop kick your kid into a well, then you don't care about your
yeah,
kid.
yeah, that's pretty much it. But I mean, it's great because I can drink a little bit of kava, and it gives me a better mindset to look at things. Like I mean, I do feel like I'm more patient
Mm,
with her, like, especially when she gets frustrated because she can't communicate. She's 4, so I
yeah.
mean, she's having a hard time trying to communicate what she needs and what her wants are, and so and that's when you get in that environment where they're melting down and you're just like you're trying to figure out what's wrong. Sometimes we get a little flustered and we kind of like we're more reactive than kind of like trying to like de-escalate the situation down a little bit more.
Yep.
So it definitely helps me with that. But
Yep. 100%. Yeah. Then yeah, I have some friends who are new parents and stuff. Then I was all like, hey, don't feel guilty if you yell at your kid, dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like just don't make it a habit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, yeah, like I've yelled at fucking Elijah tons of times. I've yelled at Ella a few times already. You know what I mean? But then
yeah,
there, you know, actually, no, no, wait. Let me rephrase that. It's okay to feel guilty, but just realize, take a breath, and then even though you know they're two or you know one or two or
yeah,
three, like still explain, hey, I'm sorry
yeah,
for you know
definitely.
getting, you know what I'm saying, like still communicate, you know, as far as like, oh, I'm sorry, give me a huggy, you know what I mean, and then there it's
Yeah.
like yeah, so but yeah, it's the kava definitely helps
Oh,
as far as the parenting. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
very
Because yeah,
much
you're
so.
totally right, dude. As far as people, you know, want to unwind, you know, pauhana or like after work type of
Yeah,
beverage, or even if they feel stressed, like, oh, I gotta crack open a brewski. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah.
and alcohol is cool.
Oh, yeah,
It's you
yeah,
know,
very much
it's
so.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like if people still want to drink,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not gonna demonize alcohol, but I'd
No.
rather have people not drink it. You know what I mean?
Oh, very much.
But
I
yep,
mean, because I mean, we both had our party days. We've had a very vast experience with alcohol and its
yep,
many wonderful side effects. So I just know now, like I mean, I enjoy drinking. I enjoy drinking like all the little craft brews, and I mean, I still like from time to time I'll break down and I'll have me a little bit of red wine. I love a good red wine.
yep,
So,
yep.
but I know now how it kind of affects me, and so when I do drink, I can feel it immediately. Like it's like instant. If it's beer, I'm bloated.
Yeah,
I
same,
feel real
dude.
out of it.
Yep,
It's like
same.
I feel it makes me feel worse than what I would
Yep,
than helping me like feel better or checking
yep.
out or whatever. So I've pretty much cut beer completely out because it's just it don't benefit me. It doesn't serve me
That's
anymore.
because
So
we're almost 40, bro. You know
yeah, so
what I mean?
it's
Yeah,
just a few
dude.
more
Yeah,
weeks and I'm hitting the big 4-0.
yeah.
But hey,
Like
here's one
legit. Like
for you.
if and when I do drink beer, like special occasions, parties, is like I just want like two sips. Like
Yeah.
legit, you know, just a taste.
Oh yeah.
Or like you know those little sampler flights
Oh yeah.
at
Yeah. The
breweries.
flight.
You know what I mean? But yeah, we're actually coming up on the hour.
Okay.
I do want to kind of just do more promo stuff for yourself.
Okay.
You know, as far as welcome to you know first official positive high coach. I guess as far as you know with the positive high system and you know our coaching and everything, um, who are you looking for and what services are you providing via the positive high system?
Uh, I'm looking for anybody that wants to like change some habits in their life to better themselves. So if you find yourself just wanting to implement more of a physical or fitness into your life, if you want to like maybe work on a little bit of your mental health, or if you feel like it, you want a little bit of spiritual guidance. I mean, it doesn't matter what you look into. I've kind of got a little bit of background in everything, so it doesn't matter what you seek. I think I can help you find a good place to go. But yeah, I'm not. I guess there's no really set like I guess perspective demographic.
Yeah.
So if you want some help, you want some guidance. If you're trying to, you want some guidance to get to where you want to be, come see me. Let me help you out.
Yee, hell yeah, dude. And then with your Wild Journey Within page, what are you most looking forward to, or who do you want to touch as far as your content?
I think my content will find the people it needs to find. I think more or less, I'm just like I'm trying to open up and share a lot of things that I wouldn't normally share out loud.
Mm.
And so things that I've learned, I'm trying to put it into a format that's easy to digest. And so I've come to the realization that hey, if I'm gonna open myself up, I'm gonna put out the things that I've my journey out there, and it'll find the people it needs to find. But
Yee.
I just want to spread some positivity, man. I just want to help people kind of figure out where they want to go with their life, or figure out get some direction
Hell
and build better
yeah, that's the
habits.
way, dude. Hell yeah, yeah. And then so if someone's watching this live or replay, and they want to work with you, how can they work with you?
They can DM me on the Wild Journey Within, or they can DM you, and we can sit down. We can actually work together. So I mean, just whatever they feel comfortable with. So I'm pretty easy to get along with. I'm pretty easy to reach. So just shoot me a message. We'll talk story. We'll figure out where you want to be, where you're at right now. We'll set some goals. So
Gee, and then aren't you a Cold Kava affiliate
I
also?
am.
Hey, and what's your code?
It's Kava Squatch.
Kava Squatch. All right. So if you guys need Kava, hit up Kava Squatch. Use that promo code for 15% off with Koa Kava. So, but yeah, dude, love you, dude. I'm gonna message you after this. Everybody watching, Chihu. I've been getting better at logging off because usually Instagram
Kicks
boots
you
us
off.
at an hour, dude. But yeah, much love, guys. Like you said, if you need Kava, go to koakava.com. Use Kava Squatch for 15% off. I've been drinking some of the Kava, but we got the bottles. $2 off. Limited stock for the bottles, but we have about 50 cups and jars for you guys. So hit us up. I'm leaving to Hawaii on Thursday, so if you're in Elk Grove, Sacramento, or Northern California, order your kava now because I'm gonna be gone for like 10 days. But I love you guys, Chihu, and as always, dude, feel your positive vibe, stay rooted.
All
Chee.
right. Aloha, brother.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. I'll message you, okay?
All right.
All right,
Sounds good,
guys.
brother.
Chee. Love you guys.